We've got some group data here and we're asked to estimate the mean. It says estimate the mean there. Alright, make sure you read the whole question on these, because sometimes it asks you to estimate the total distance travelled or something like that, and that means that you won't have to do an extra step. But anyway, here we go. These 28 people here in this first group, they've travelled between 0 and 5. We don't know exactly how far they've travelled. So therefore, and this is the key with group data, you have to assume that everyone has travelled the middle amount. So we need to work out the midpoint of each group. Now the midpoint is worked out by adding up the two limits of the group, right, and then halving them. So for this one it's 2.5, then we got 7.5, 12.5. I'm going to have to squash my writing up a little bit, 17.5 and 22.5. And those 28 people in group 1 have all travelled 22.5 miles. The 32 people here have all travelled 7.5, so we can multiply them all. Alright, so stick those all in your calculator and add them up, and that will give you the total distance travelled. Now the next thing is, so that will give you a couple of marks, 1 or 2 marks probably, okay, on this. It then says Darren has to deliver 100 parcels. So we do not divide by how many groups there are, we divide by how many parcels there are. If they don't tell you in the question here how many parcels there are, add up the frequency. The frequency adds up to 100. Alright, so there's your third mark. 9.4 would be the final mark. So remember, you've got to find, if it's grouped data, and this is grouped data, you've got to find the midpoint, then multiply by the frequency, add up and divide by the total of the frequency.